guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how to do SEO on a blog post. We're only going to go over the fundamentals here, some basic stuff, but this should be enough to get you started in how to actually take a blog post that you've written. You can write it in a Word document to get started, and then what to do when you add it to your website. So obviously, I've already logged into my WordPress website. I'm over here in the post section and I've clicked on add new post, and I've gone ahead and pasted my content right into the visual editor. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the text box over here, or tab on the top right. I'm going to make sure there's no extra text in here like divs or spans or anything in there that Microsoft Word likes to put in here. I like to use a text document when I'm writing, or you can actually just write it right inside WordPress because it will save as every couple of minutes or less actually. So here's my post, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of keyword research. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and just for the record, I went and set this one up. I wrote this through ChatGPT. I gave it a lot of instructions and stuff that I wanted in here, so a lot of my information is in here, and I can have it edited in a hot second by just saying please include, like for instance I can say, well, let's actually do our keyword planner first, because the first thing I want to know is what keywords people are typing in. So I'm going to go to Google and type in Google Keyword Planner, and then I'm going to go to the Google Keyword Planner. And we're going to click on Discover New Keywords. I'm going to type in Secure Your WordPress Website from Being Hacked. WordPress Website Security Tips. I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Results. That's enough for now. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so up here, notice that it does have some options to add more keywords, which I will go ahead and add. All right, so now once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and click on Average Monthly Searches, and I want it to sort it from high to low, so I can see what we have here. Here's a good one too. Okay. All right, let's try those two. So it looks like WordPress security is going to be one of the best keywords. It has low competition, which is good, but it gets 100 to 1,000 searches a month. So I think we're going to start with that one. You'll notice down here, though, we do have other ones like WordPress 2FA and other different keywords that we might be able to use in addition in our blog posts. So we're going to start with WordPress security. I'm going to go back to my Chat GPT. All right, so now notice what I've done is I told ChatGPT, oops, there we go, to rewrite the blog post using WordPress security as the main keyword and include a meta title, description, and blog tags and categories. So let's go ahead and let ChatGPT do its thing. Okay, there you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and actually down here at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and copy this and go back to my post, delete what's in there and repaste it. So now I'm going to take my meta title and copy that, and that's going to become my blog title. Oops, only once. And I am using Rank Math SEO, so I'm going to go ahead and edit this. I'm going to put my title right in there, and I'm going to grab my meta description. Put that right there. If you have an excerpt on your site, I'd recommend putting the description right in there. All right. And then let's go ahead and actually, I don't even think I need this essential. So I'm going to take that out. We don't need that. I'm going to actually change it to best WordPress security tips. Because that is when you write a blog post, you really want the person to click on it. So that's what this is you're writing this to appeal to their emotions, and that's what we want. We want people to click on this. So if I tell them these are our best WordPress security tips, then this is going to get people to click on it. So title should be something that's clickable, and I just basically altered what ChatGPT did into something that I know is going to get more clicks. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and delete that section. And here are my tips right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Main tips. So for each one of these tips, we're going to make them a heading 2. Oops. All right, so when you copy and paste from ChatGPT, it doesn't put the breaks in there, so we have to put those in there. So let's make these into heading 2s, because these are my tips. Do make sure that you read this, make any adjustments as you see fit. If you're writing about a topic that you know about, then you should definitely add your own information in here. Okay, so in here we also have some other information. So steps to follow, essential WordPress security steps to follow. We're going to go ahead and make that a heading 2. Oh, again, backspace and enter is all I'm doing here. So we're going to go ahead and make that a heading 2. Yeah, we can leave that a heading 3. And for these, we can clean this up and make it into a bullet point list, because Google loves bullet point lists, especially if they're doing a short answer. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure that each one of these items has its own line and a break, and then I'm going to highlight them and bullet points. Plus, people don't read a lot, so if you give them a easy to read blog post, you're going to get a lot more readers. Okay, what to do if you suspect a hack? We can make that a heading 3. And again, let's delete these. So if you've written a big long blog post and you got a lot of text in there, I highly recommend that you break it down into easier to read sections. Otherwise, you are going to lose a lot of readers. Very important to put things in bullet points and make it easy to use. All right, so now we're going to go and we are going to bullet point those. There we go. And I am going to bold these. I'm going to make that Google reCAPTCHA version 3. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So here's my tags. I'm going to go ahead and grab those now. Thank you, ChatGPT. And we're going to add them right over here on the right-hand side. Just paste that in there and click Add. And that adds our tags very nicely. Categories. We have WordPress security, website maintenance, and cybersecurity. So I should already have a WordPress one. I do. WordPress security, website maintenance, and cybersecurity. All right, so I don't have those last two. So I'll add cybersecurity under WordPress. So I'm making it a subcategory of WordPress. And I'm going to do the same thing with the website maintenance. And I'm actually going to put that under managed WordPress hosting. Okay. All right, so now we have these in here. I want you to notice that I have a couple of links in here. So they aren't active right now. And so I want to make these links active, but I don't want them to be like this. So we're going to say, we're going to use this. And I'm going to grab the link. I'm going to go over here and search it, make sure the link is correct. There we go. So now I want to know I have the most up-to-date link here. And I am going to make it into a bullet point list. Now I'm going to change it into a link. And right here I'm going to choose my link options. And I'm going to make sure it has a link text, a link title. I'm going to open the link in a new tab and add rel nofollow. Okay, we're going to update that. Now we're going to do the next one. All right. We're just cleaning this up here. All right, now let's check this last one, virus total. And you're going to click URL right here, and let's go ahead and copy that. So now I know I'm on the right page because I want to make it easy for people. Yep, that's what we want. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Pop that URL in there. Grab our text and copy it in the title. Open link in new tab and add rel nofollow. And let's grab this. Okay, there's the URL. Again, I'm just double checking that the URL I have is correct. So let's add that in there. And we're going to actually grab this. Because I want it to match. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added 3 high-ranking authority sites that are referenced that work for my article. They actually are giving information that goes along with what I'm trying to show in my article. So that's valuable. You don't want to add a ton of links. You want to add ones that are going to help people, but not lead them away from your site to get everything they need from another site. You want your site to have the information. So I've done that with these 3 links. And now I have a couple more things to do. So the first thing that I have left to do, one of the last things, is I'm going to make a blog graphic. So once Canva opens, you can come up here and you can type in blog graphic and choose blog graphic right there. Or you can do a search for something like cyber security, which is what I did, and pick anything that you find. So I went ahead and found one that I liked, and you can even type in cybersecurity blog graphic and find something. But once you find something that you like, you can use if it's not the right size, you can always come over here and click resize and then type in blog graphic right here and resize it to the right size. So I've gone ahead and found this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my information. So best WordPress security tips. And so now that I've gone ahead and done everything, I'm going to go ahead and share, and I'm going to download this. I want it to be a JPEG because it's going on my website, but I want it to be a high quality one. So these are my settings. You can see. Oops, let's try that again. Okay, JPEG. I want it to be 800 by 1200, and I'm gonna make the quality a little bit better, and then I'm gonna download. Now, if you really want to get fancy, you could actually create an infographic to go along with this, which I do quite a bit. Okay, so now that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. I'm going to upload it to my WordPress site. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to grab this whole thing. Okay, so I'm putting my cursor right to the left of the very first word, click Add Media, choose my blog post, make sure that I have alt tag, title, and description filled in. I want this to be right orientated, and I'm going to have no link to it, and for now we're going to say full size because I am going to edit it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hover over it and edit it. And I'm going to add the image title attribute here. And then I'm going to set a custom size, and we're going to make it 400. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and update. Now I'm going to come over here on the right hand side, click featured image, and I'm going to go ahead and choose my featured image right here. So now I have a featured image as well. And then lastly, I always add links back to my own website. So I have a prepared closing that I use on all of my blog posts. I change it up from time to time, so it's a little bit different, but in this case, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my old blog posts and go down to the bottom. Oh. And maybe this one is not the right one. Let's try this one. Notice my title in here, very alluring to get somebody to click on it. And you'll also notice this one, I have a great infographic in here. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this right here, and I'm going to add that to the bottom, and then I'm going to add some hashtags. And we're going to grab the same tags I used before. Don't worry, I will delete those spaces. Okay, so I added some hashtags. I have some important links on in here. And I don't know if I want to link to the viral marketing campaigns. I think I might link to this one right here. Why does my website say not secure? So I'm going to copy. I'm going to view. Let's actually grab the title right there. Because that is relevant. So let's grab out. Nope, that does not look good. So I'm going to go ahead and just paste it over here to get rid of that header 1. And then cut it. And then all I have to do is highlight it, click on the link, click on the gear. Let's do this again, put the title in there, and type it in here, and it should show. There's my blog post right there. So I'll go ahead and add that link. All right, so there you go. All right, so that looks good. I've adjusted it to make it a little bit different. My snippet is good. I could go in here and add my keyword. Oh, let's do that thing again, where I paste it in here first, add the space. Okay, and now I can save it as a draft and see what rank math says. Okay, so rank math is saying it's poor. Let's see why. Now, you might use All-in-One SEO or Yoast, but it's basically the same. So here's what it's saying. I have 3 errors. The keyword doesn't appear at the beginning of your content. So that would be here. So let's add it in. Okay. Okay, so there I added a good little couple of sentences. Let's go ahead and save draft. And let's actually change this. All right, let's save it again. Let's just come up here. Out of curiosity, interesting. Ah, this is a good one. So let's actually add this in there. It is recommending I add another one. This one's pre-made. All I gotta do is change my URL at the bottom. There we go. Let's share and download that. That took all of 2 seconds. We want it to be a JPEG. That's fine. And we'll make it bigger. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and add that in here. Canva really is awesome. All right. Make sure I put everything in here. Again, I'm going to let it be right, full size, no link, insert. I'm going to click on it to edit it again. Add that into the image title attribute. We are going to go ahead and choose a custom size. And we are going to do a custom URL link. And let's see. So see what I did here? I went ahead and added a caption. I made it smaller so they can kind of see it, but I want it to link to a custom URL. I'm opening up in a new tab. I'm putting a title attribute on it so it will open this image up in its full size in a new tab. I don't want it scaled. Should be just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and update. And just to be sure, I'm going to click Add Media and click on this and make sure. Nope, it is actually scaled. So I'll go back and just fix that link real quick. Okay. All right. Let's save it again and let's see what Rank Math says. Always important to know that Rank Math and All-in-One SEO and Yoast, they're a computer. So Sometimes, for instance, I will get a notice saying you don't have the keyword in the first paragraph when I can clearly see it is. It's just a computer program that is looking for this. So you don't need to worry about it if you know that that task or that item is done. So now we're going to come down here, and it has 3 additional. Let's see. So they want me to shorten my URL. That's fine. If you have a question about it, it should actually tell you why. Okay, so it says make sure at least one of my external links is followed. So no problem, we can do that. We're gonna do the Google Safe Browsing site status. So all I have to do is come up here, uncheck no follow, and update. All right, we're gonna update the URL. And basically, I'm just gonna remove the first part and leave it to best WordPress security tips. And that's okay. All right, let's see what it says about keyword density. So it is saying my keyword density is 0.69. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't need, it's a shorter amount of content and I think it's fine. So it's 725 words. I like to have it usually over 1,000 to 1,500, but it looks good. And all right, it says your SEO title doesn't contain a number. Now that's interesting because I think that this is really goes back to what I was saying about my titles. 7 easy ways to clean your garage, how to clean your garage. Yes, this makes sense. So I think I will go and adjust that. So let's say for best WordPress security tips. So let's go ahead and save this and see what happens now. Notice I'm not reading over here too because it's telling me schedule social messages on all profiles. I'm going to do that, but I don't want that to be why. I'm not going to look at that to determine if my post is good. All right, so let's come down here and see how I said that your SEO title doesn't contain a number? Yes, it does. And content readability. I don't need a table of contents plugin. It does say 1 paragraph is long. Consider using short paragraphs. That's because people don't read, so that's okay. So I think we're good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this alone, and I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And that's it, guys. That's basically the easiest way I can show you on how to do SEO on a blog post. So that was pretty quick. I had the blog post pre-written by ChatGPT. I added my own information into that when I asked ChatGPT to create that blog post on what I wanted it to exactly address. So I did give it a lot of details, and I think that this is a good blog post. It's going to have some good information in it, and it's going to get a lot of value. And now I'm going to go ahead and repost it on all my social media sites. So it'll go on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. So if you have any questions, as always, give us a call or shoot us an email over at support@yoursiteneedsme.com. Hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. And if it has, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more helpful tips in the future.